Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning, darling.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I see you're carrying a book in your hand.
The infamous book.
Your memoir.
My memoir.
That's also the title of it, right? Cindy Lauper,
It is,
a memoir.
just in case you didn't know. It's a memoir.
All right. So, I imagine right this way. I imagine
that's
there are
attractive.
lots of.
Who is the bunny?
Oh, that's Hank, the angry drunken dwarf. He's no longer with us though.
Really?
Yeah, so we leave him up there as sort of a tribute to him.
All right. But you mean he just left? He's no longer.
No, like he's deceased.
He is deceased?
About 11 years ago.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry.
He actually passed away right before 9/11, so his death was sort of overshadowed by everything that happened.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring so much tragedy into the...
Tragedy. It's tragedy.
But you're looking forward to seeing Howard again? And
Well, I haven't seen him for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
My husband said to say hello, because they used to run together.
Oh, okay. And share some stories from your memoir.
My memoir. Yeah.
All
How's
right.
it going on, what's that show? American's Got Talent?
It just wrapped up. He just finished it, so
Just
he's sort of
wrapped
getting
up.
back
It's
to
going to
normal.
have new co-hosts now.
Yeah, I think Sharon's leaving, and...
Mariah Carey.
Oh, that's right. Never thought I'd see those two together. Howard
It'll
and
be interesting.
to say the least. All right, Cindy, I'll let you get in the studio and talk to Howard.
Right?
All right.
Usually I'm in here with an instrument, so really throwing me off.
Just talk today.
Just talking. Wow. Okay.
All right, Cindy.
Cindy Lauper wrote a book. It's amazingly honest. I can't believe how honest it is.
Yeah, I've been reading excerpts.
I was just saying, Cindy. Hey, Cindy.
Hey.
You look great. You look great. You're an attractive woman, I gotta say.
You're right?
You really are.
And I gotta still keep my looks, right?
Body's nice. What are you working
I
out?
use a diet. I
No.
stopped eating bread. I'm allergic. I have a gluten allergy.
Don't believe it.
I
I've
have
heard that.
psoriasis, and it's killing me. So when I stopped eating the bread a little, at least it stopped a little.
Read
I
Dr.
was
John
covered from
Sarno's
here to-
book.
All right.
You've got a lot going on. Didn't you
Okay.
have some back issues too? Back pain?
No.
You never had back pain?
No, I had, when I was writing the book, I was like hunched over the computer a lot, so my neck was killing me.
I know. I'll talk to you off the air about
Hey,
this.
you wrote a book too,
I
right?
wrote 2 books. I wrote Private Parts and Miss America.
Miss America.
Yeah, that was my second book, my follow-up, my second smash book. 2 big
Well,
hits.
that's good.
I was just saying to Robin, I commend you on your honesty in this book. I
Yeah.
mean, it is remarkably honest. And, look.
You know what Oscar Wilde said, and Harvey told me this, Harvey
What did he
Weinstein.
say?
He said, feel free to be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
No, but you put your ego aside. I'll tell you why. Because you
What?
even admit your failures. And I like this about you. You talk about at one point when you were doing movies a lot, and you were in a movie called Vibes.
Yeah.
You were slated to co-star with Dan Aykroyd, who I think is brilliant.
Me too.
And you were excited about the project. Suddenly, Dan Aykroyd gets out of the project.
He hated me.
Yeah, and you admit that. Why did he hate you? You mean he met you and hated you, or he
Yeah,
hated
he
you?
didn't think I was very good, and he thought I don't know what he thought. He just left and said bad vibes.
Did he say to you, did he confront you and say, look, I just don't think you're up to this?
No, I tried to read with him, and it was the first time I'd never read
Right.
before with anyone.
Which is a very disturbing process.
Well, it's
difficult.
different.
Yeah.
It ain't like, you're not supposed to act. So he did this thing that I didn't understand, and I felt like...
What did he do? You're in there reading Vibes with him.
Okay, it could be anything, like Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? So
Right.
say it's Mary Had a Mary Had a Little Lamb, his fleece was white as snow, is everywhere,
Right. Blowing it off.
Because I didn't realize, but that is a process. I just thought he hated me. I was like, okay, I guess I have to just keep reading. I went and did a screen test first,
Right.
with Ron Howard to make sure I didn't look like a complete idiot. I said, if I look like an idiot, I don't think I'm up for this.
Right.
And then I did it, and he said, oh, it's great, you have something. You know, when Ron Howard says that to you, you believe him.
If Ron Howard says to you, I'm going to put money into a film, millions of dollars, and you've got it, that you believe that, of course, but yet you didn't believe in yourself. And when you met Aykroyd, I feel like you kind of lost confidence.
Well, I was a little heartbroken that he, you know. Then I stayed on the project, you know. I was like, I felt like the bad egg.
And they brought in Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, and they brought Peter Falk in because I begged them to bring Peter Falk in. I even had
Great
my
actor.
hair, but more than that, you know, the rhythm of his speech is like mine. And so I thought that that would look great, and you know, originally I was going to have pink hair, but I fell asleep with the bleach on because I was really tired, and I woke up and it was really light, and I didn't put any more tone or anything on it because I figured, hey, all right, it's the wrong color, but hair is more important than none. So I went with it, and then with the two of them had black hair and my hair was light, I thought, well, it's very iconic classic comedy, you know, like Jean
Like
Harlow
Lucy.
had that. No, Lucy had
The red.
Yeah, she had red.
Well, so all this thought goes into it, but bottom line is, you write in the book, and this is why I like the book, you're honest and you say you hated Jeff Goldblum.
I didn't hate him. I had a problem. I thought he was having going through something, probably.
He was
and
odd.
He was odd, but to the point where, look, you know, honestly, no matter who you are, I know you got issues and problems. Everybody got them, you know, but
Sure.
don't stand next to me and make an old person really upset, or a kid, or a mother with a kid, because after that, you're dead.
So in other words,
What did
you're
he do?
alluding to he would yell at people on
No,
the
he
set?
didn't yell. He would take a book
Right.
and read the book like he was having a nervous breakdown, which I understand. That's a process.
Okay.
I get it. But you know what? Don't stand right next to me when they have me standing for the light and you got to go have a nervous breakdown.
It's disconcerting to all the other actors.
Well, yeah, and you
And
can't.
rude.
And what happened was the older guy kept forgetting his lines. So it was in the rotunda, you know, probably write me a letter like cease and desist. But hey, with Sandy, I don't care. You know,
Right, I
take
know
your
you
best shot. Everybody else did. So you know, I'm standing in the rotunda, and there's this older fellow, and he's supposed to be our boss, and Jeff is having the nervous breakdown routine next to us. So I
Right.
said to him, "Look, pal, not for nothing. I could notice here that this is you're doing your little method thing." I said, which is fine and good. But why don't you take a walk? Because I asked the guy right in front of me, I said, do you find this disconcerting? And he said, yes. And I looked at him and I said, look, you know, you do your thing, take a walk, and then come back. If you don't, I'm going to have to kill you, and it's not going to be a murder mystery because I'll kill you right here in front of everybody.
So the whole thing went
Well,
kablooey.
he always... Well, I thought that was funny, too, but he was always like, you know, and what are you going to do?
So
I
there
did
was
my
no love
best.
lost there.
I don't care if you don't like me. Who
Yeah, but on a
cares?
movie, you
It
do
sucks.
care.
It hurt my feelings no matter what. I knew that if he knew what I was going to do, he'd do little crappy things to me all the time. So I was like, yeah, check this out, my friend. Though I walk through the valley, you ever see this T-shirt? Though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, 'cause I'm the meanest son of a bitch in the valley, okay? How do you like that? 'Cause where I come from, we're really mean.
I understand you better now because of this book. I mean, I knew you had struggled as an artist and you had rough years, but I
And a
didn't know
tough childhood.
I didn't know how tough. And now, kind of, to read it all in one book, the truth comes out. I mean, you had a miserable, miserable childhood. I mean,
It wasn't, there was comedy.
yeah, but sure. I mean, there are moments, but for the most part,
My mother was terrific, though.
your father left.
Yeah,
How old were you when your father left?
5.
5 years old. He splits. Your mother remarries. Maybe a crazy person. So crazy, he's a pedophile, you say in the book.
Well, you see, you're not supposed to say that, and she didn't want to go to the police. You got to understand those times. Even when they had fights and the neighbors got fed up and they called the cops would come, look at all of us, and go on their walkie-talkie and go domestic violence.
How many
and
kids
leave.
are in your family?
Just me, my sister, and my brother.
Okay.
And then there was the dog that he tortured too. It was like,
I mean, but when you talk about home life, a guy comes into the home. You say he would spy on you. You would be going to the bathroom or
whatever,
Well, what do you mean? Whatever. It's in the book.
It's in the book. Read the book.
No, but I'm interviewing you about
Okay.
your life.
Oh, okay.
It's horrible.
Well, it was tough.
The man would drill a hole in a bathroom.
He didn't. He had a fight with my mother, and he threw her against the bathroom door.
Oh.
And her wedding ring, which I remember when she first got married, she said to me, she showed me her ring and a dress, and I said, "Ma, it's not gold." She said, "It's platinum. It won't wear out." And
She had high hopes.
yeah, and then with that same ring, he had fight with her and threw her into the door, and the ring hit the frosted glass window, and it left a crack and a little hole, and that was the hole
Oh,
he
my
would look
God.
through.
And you were aware of this.
Well, you have to be careful. Yeah, look, I knew what was going on. I knew this,
So he spied on you, he spied on your brother, and he spied on your sister.
Not my brother. I don't know. My brother was a boy. He didn't say that kind of stuff to my mother, too. He said, the whole threat was he had power and she had none. He would beat up her parents and rape her daughters, and
He would say that.
yeah, and
So
then
he would
if she
threaten your mother.
tried, yeah, and if she tried to go to the court, he'd drag us on the witness stand and make it look like we were asking for it.
Oh, my God. So you had to go testify at
We never did. She never did. That's how she lived. She never did anything. And then I finally left that day, and my brother.
You left home.
Yeah, my brother, poor Butch, he stayed, and then he learned to get really tough, and when he got big and tough enough, he came home and told him to take a hike. And the funny thing about bullies only like to bully people smaller and with less physical power.
Sure.
Yeah, they're really
Absolutely.
cowards. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've
whatever
probably been
that
beaten up in
person-
life
yeah,
too. I mean,
he
it's a whole
probably-
it's a whole
it's
cycle.
a chain.
Goes
It's
over.
called the product of misery. It goes
Right.
on and on. Yeah.
So do you ever say to your mother at some point, "Wow, how did you not protect us from this fucking
No,
lunatic?"
she did. She used to fight with him. She used to tell us to go in and lock our door. You got to understand, she didn't have her father working for her or any of the relatives working for her. They
Right.
knew what was going on. Nobody was helping her.
Right.
And she was working 14 hours a day.
So I guess anybody being there for her was better than nothing.
Well, there was hardly. And, my aunt had her struggles. And, let me tell you, when everybody talks about that 47%,
Yes.
well, fuck them, because they don't know what it's like to be that.
It wasn't that your mother was poor because she decided to be a freeloader or something.
She
was
wasn't
having
a
right. She
freeloader.
was having a hard time making it in life.
And she worked hard. And let me tell you
Right.
about the 47%, Howard.
Yes.
They pay taxes. They pay payroll taxes.
Right.
And they probably pay more payroll taxes than that guy who only pays 11%, who's
Well,
rich as
you're
the
talking
day
about
is
leverage
long.
buyout guys. I mean, they, that's a whole fishy business in itself.
Yeah, but you know what? Or the elderly who paid all their life. Or there's a lot of little sections of that 47% that you'd be shocked about.
It shows a naivete on his part.
No, it shows an arrogance and a lot of stupidity. But
Right.
the man must be a genius, because they always get these genius people that say the most ridiculous things and say, "Hey, elect me. I'm retarded." No, that's not a good thing, of course. That's,
But isn't it amazing, considering your background? You leave home at 17, and
now I'm going to start crying. No,
No,
I can't.
you
My
leave-
makeup. I got to go on CNN.
yeah, but you leave home at 17 years old, which is a brave thing to do, and you
I was packing since 14.
right. You just couldn't wait to get out of the house.
But there was no place to go, Howard. I couldn't get anybody to hire me.
Right, you had no job, but you had to get out of the house because you're living with stepfather from hell.
Well, he was kind of a cross between Freddy Krueger and Don Rickles, because he was really funny, and then he was really scary. So you never knew when.
Do you ever
That
really?
makes it worse because
Yeah,
you don't know which
well.
way to go.
Do you have a tremendous trust issue with men? I mean, you say in your book at one point,
Now, I went to different therapists, Howard.
and did it help?
Yeah. One guy he whined a lot, but he was really good. And then I realized that it wasn't just him whining in my life. You know, he'd go, well, Cindy, you know. And then I had another friend I worked with, rude girl, and she'd be, Cindy. And then there was Myra that I was working with
Yeah,
at
but
the time.
Cindy, when you
Oh,
walk in...
see, you got a little melody
Cindy, when you walk into a therapist's office, you must
Yeah.
have tremendous difficulty. I would imagine you need to work with a male therapist to get over your male issues.
No, I worked with another guy who was working on anger, and he used to have you beat pillows with a wooden samurai sword, and you had to do all this physical stuff, and then in the end, he wound up being a comedy writer for Comedy Central. See, I knew when he was having me do
Wow.
all this stuff, it was a little peculiar and funny, and maybe
Your
he was
life is
using this.
bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
And it's bizarre in the sense, too, that I
But
was thinking
it's
about
okay.
this.
Listen, it's always a good story if you can live through it.
But there was a period of time in your life, you write in your book, that you even tried not to love men. You wanted to be a lesbian. Like you said, I'm going to will myself to be in
That
a
wasn't it. Why? It was because all my best friends
Were gay.
Yeah, and I didn't want to lose them. I wanted
see.
to be their friend, and I wanted to be like them.
But don't you think it was like, oh, men are disgusting.
No, I didn't think. I wanted to be. Listen, haven't you ever grown up and have best friends, and then they do something, and you want to be just like them,
Right.
but you're not?
But trying to be gay, I mean, you're not attracted to women. There's no.
Well,
I mean,
other
you have
than,
to force yourself.
Wow,
to.
that's a really great hairdo, and that looks really fabulous. And I love the shoes. What a great.
How far did you go in trying to be a lesbian? Did you live with a woman?
No, I was 15.
Oh, I see. You were that young.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
You tried kissing, and it didn't work for
yeah,
you. You're into guys, and men have been a huge disappointment in your life. You even got so.
I got David Thornton.
No, I'm
He's a
talking about
great
before
guy.
David. David's a great guy, but you dated. You talk about in the book how you dated your manager for a long time. This guy,
I
was like,
loved him.
You loved him,
And he loved me.
and you put him in some of your videos. I remember that.
Well, then maybe that was a big mistake for him, because then people wouldn't take him serious. It was just a way that we could be together. He was my boyfriend before he was my manager.
But when he broke up with you,
I was
you
really depressed. yeah.
depressed. You tried to kill yourself. You were,
I didn't. Well,
you were thinking
I
about
was
it.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then, honestly, Howard, sitting there with a vodka bottle from Russia, and I took a shot because I can't really drink.
Yes, but
I
can
was
you
like,
believe it was so dark in your life? You have so many gifts and talent and
Howard,
good friends.
Wait a minute. It was 1988.
Yes.
Lenny had broken his leg. He wasn't in the studio. The evil Tommy Mottola took over everything. I'm sorry. Gotta say. I mean, it was like the evil empire up there.
But you're critical. You're critical of Tommy.
No, it's not. Why, you his gumbade?
No. I know Tommy, and I know him. I know
he's
him well.
very nice.
But I'm going to ask you.
Unless you're in a business where it's about who's going to be the most powerful. And at that time, I also was stuck with a guy who was a bit of an alcoholic, who we were helping, and then all of a sudden he turned really weird, and I had to finish a record, and I was sick to my stomach, and my relationship with David was gone, Lenny was gone. Everybody that made me famous or worked with me and helped me and
Was
nurtured
now
me,
gone.
Gone. And now you have knucklehead Smiths up there who are going to try and make me do what Hart did and sound like Hart. So, for somebody who really wanted to own their own path, who changed the way people sounded on the radio, the way people looked, the color of everybody's hair, for them to then turn around and tell me I had to wear jeans and a T-shirt, why, you'd be depressed too.
Well, but if Tommy is trying, I'm not
He
just
was
picking
the
on
same.
Tommy.
Well, it was him
He's trying
hiring
to-
the people.
But yeah, I'm saying, in other words, he's got his money in you. He's got he's backing you. He wants to see you succeed. No, you feel he was against you?
I have no idea. All I know is every time I put something out, they'd say, well, there's a memo saying that we're not going to promote you.
I see.
So, it's like, okay, who's that
Why
memo
would they
from?
do that? You mean they didn't believe in the record?
No, because there was a lot of political stuff going on. At that time, Howard, Tommy and Walter were fighting.
Walter
and he was
Yetnikoff.
trying to get Walter out. So I stuck up for Walter because Walter had helped me at one time. But I had helped Tommy, too. I helped Tommy get the job. I brought them over to my house.
See, but I don't understand something. If I'm a record company guy and I own a record company, I want my artists to do well.
No, they want their artists to do well.
But aren't you their artist?
Not when the guy who signed you is gone. No.
And they don't care anymore? I mean, to
They
me,
have their list. Don't you know that's how
No.
corporation? They get rid of all the people, so they put their people in, and now they want a new face. But they wouldn't let me go.
But you know what's funny to me? If I ran a record company, I'd say, I don't care who signed the artist. I got to make money with this record company so my boss doesn't get rid of me.
No.
And so I look at an artist
They
like
didn't
you.
care like that. But
No?
the Japanese did come to me at one point and say, Cindy, we believe in you. We like your music. Please make a record. We want to promote your music. We like what you do. Because at that point, everybody was telling me they didn't like anything I did. So, you know, here you are, you work, you got an original sound, you did your path. Then you have these other guys come in and tell you, oh, we're changing everything about you. Because to them, it's disposable art, and to you, it's living art.
Well, I think you're right. I think that you have to stay yourself. You have to be true to yourself because otherwise you become cookie cutter and like everybody else.
Well, the thing about me was I wasn't like everybody else.
That's true.
And that's what made me famous.
The song that made you most famous, I believe, was "Girls Just Want to Have Fun," right? Was that
what
the big
did
one?
It was, now, Girls Just Want to Have Fun would have gone by the wayside had there not been Time After Time right after it.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You
Went to number two.
Number two, and you introduced that song with their whole wrestling connection, WWF at the time.
Because at the time, Howard, radio wasn't playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. They said we had a note from the best program director in the country that said they would talk to us and tell us, you know, how we could adjust my career because Girls Just Want to Have Fun would never be played on Top 40 and is not album radio because I sing too high.
So you wisely, now I understand this WWF
Well,
connection.
Dave Wolf loved wrestling, and it was his idea, and he said, I have another idea.
I'm going to put
just
you on
need to be
WWF,
exposed, yeah.
and you play Girls Just Want to Have Fun on the WWF.
Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday night. He said you'd get 3 hits in a weekend.
He found an alternative way to distribute the music,
Yeah.
not using the radio.
Yeah,
and
we
it
did
paid off.
cross promotion, and we had fun.
And so the record starts to sell from the WWF fans. They go, hey, we want to get a copy of this Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And
Well, no, there were people, we had little episodes every once in a while, and that wound up on E.T. as a news item. And all of a sudden, what we were doing was bleeding over to all these different mediums. And we were having a riot. So we said, okay, now we know what we're doing. And,
Right.
And so it was on MTV. It was on news. It was...
I didn't realize the wrestling had such an effect on your career, a
Yeah.
positive, because I was like, why is she doing that? I was already aware of you as an artist. I was like, why is she doing all that wrestling? But that makes sense to me.
Well, I stayed.
You thought outside the box.
Yeah, but I stayed because it was the one place that Dave Wolf and I could still work together as equals, not as just he's your manager.
Where is he now?
He's managing a girl named Beth Hart and a few others, and he's in L.A.
Wasn't that a dumb move, though, for him to not continue to manage you?
We couldn't.
Because why? You were lovers that broke up?
It was too much. Yeah. And
You were madly in love with him.
He was with me, but the problem was, honestly, in the end, I really feel like I was born in this planet to do something larger than myself. And it's not just about having any hit song on the radio. It's about communicating on the radio a song that actually makes people feel either elated or have a deeper sense of their self, like what I did with the story and the sound of all of those songs. None of them were disposable. I was very picky, and I arranged them in a certain way, and what I wrote specifically until I got to A Night to Remember. Then that got a little wishy-washy because I was trying to please the record company, but there was no pleasing them because it was still me.
But
I
True
would've had to-
Colors, I mean, not True Colors. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I want to go back to this.
Yeah,
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That was a song originally written
by Robert Hazard.
by a guy.
He wrote Escalator of Life. He had a really interesting sound coming out of Philly. There was Robert Hazard, and there was the A's.
Who brought you that song?
Rick Chertoff. Because Lenny, Dave Wolf knew Lenny.
Who's Lenny?
Lenny Pizzi was the man who started Portrait Records, and
Okay.
he signed me. He had worked for Epic. He signed Boston. He worked with.
Is he your savior? Is he the guy who came into your life and
He
figured
was
it all
the
out?
guy, yeah, and he was not like the regular record company guy.
Right.
He was nice. I mean, you thought he was a phony because I kept thinking, this guy, he can't be that nice.
And
But
he was
actually
nice.
was.
So some men in your life are nice.
Well, I have a lot of nice men in my life, and I have a son and a husband. I live in a guy's house.
Right. And so going back in your life now, I'm going to go backwards again.
All right.
All right. You get out of your parents' your stepfather, you get away from him, you leave at 17. You don't know quite what you're going to do, how you're going to make money. And you tried a bunch of different things, including being a stripper.
I wasn't
Really?
a stripper.
You were a stripper.
No, I wasn't. I worked as a topless dancer.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, because the strippers they stripped. You went on and you danced and you did
Oh,
I was a performer anyway, so I made up a little story and did a show. You
didn't realize guys just want to see your breasts.
Yeah,
they don't
it was
care
just
about a
about
performance.
Well, whatever.
Right, you're an
But
artist. So you would get on stage as a young stripper,
as a topless dancer.
as a topless dancer, and you had
'Cause
routines,
the
and you were
strippers
putting your
were different.
yes, but you
Where
were putting
were you topless dancing?
Well, they didn't let you go. I never got to the good places. I would take a bus up to Nyack, and there'd be another girl
That's
dancing.
awful.
And sometimes this
You were
one
playing
time
out of town.
out of
dude.
town.
And what you didn't tell your mother, right? I mean, you just kind of kept that quiet,
At one point, I did, and she was a little disappointed.
right?
Yeah.
Would they pay you a decent amount of money? Probably.
Well, you could make $250 a night, and if
Wow.
you sack some of that away, you could buy a PA system, and that's what I was trying to do.
You're financing your music career,
Yeah,
right? And that's pretty damn good money back
because
in that
my
day.
band said, you could always do this. You make a lot of money, and sometimes one of them would come and pick me up from the gig if it was close by.
But you said even the men at the topless, but here you are taking off your top and giving them a show, and even the men were rude to you then. They would yell shit out to you, disparaging comments. They tell you smelled.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy. 'Cause
I mean,
then,
that's the
of
worst thing
course,
you can
then
say.
you go back and you try again with, this and all these cleansers and
It's
Oh,
true.
my
The
God.
lowest thing you could say to a woman is, "Oh, you smell." I mean, that's such a rude comment.
Well, there's when I was growing up, it was a very sexist time. It always is, but
Right.
recently I was at a concert and it was hip hop and electronic, all kinds, and this African American young woman, beautiful songwriter, I guess, and singer, and she came up to me, she thanked me for my work, and she said, especially in this time of rape music.
Rape music.
And I said,
What is that?
and then all of a sudden I started to think about it. Now think about it. If you're
Right.
a girl
Right,
and
right.
you're listening to the hip hop and they're talking about your pussy's wet and it's all this assaultive talk.
Yes.
It's rape music for her. For me, I shut
Well,
it
it
down.
encourages
I
men to
can't.
think of women as disposable.
Well, it's the suits, the heads of the company. They won't put out anything else.
Right.
Ask the young rappers; they'll tell you.
Right.
If you write about sex and drugs and violence, and then that's
Then
cool.
you get play.
But I mean, I focus on men in your life because all of your early experiences, you describe in the book. You went hitchhiking. That's how you got. Everyone back in the day used to hitchhike. One guy wouldn't let you out of the car, and you had to blow him to get out of the car.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's
that
got to be
was
the
scary.
lowest fucking scary situation. I mean,
Listen, I don't
look
know
how unprotected you
I'm
were.
alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I always had a guardian angel.
Where were you hitchhiking that something horrible like this happened?
I just wanted to get to a job interview because I couldn't get there.
All alone. You decide to stick out the thumb and I'm going to get to someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get in a car, you're an attractive woman, and boom, bam, boom, the guy's threatening your life, right?
Well, what are you going to do? So I survived. And then I went on the interview. I didn't do too well.
Did you go to the police about what happened, or you just said, hey?
I hitchhiked, so I guess it was my fault.
Oh, come on. Do you believe that?
Oh.
At that time, yeah.
But do you still believe that it's your fault?
I don't think you're supposed to hitchhike. I think
Yeah,
that
but you would
leave
still,
yourself
wouldn't you
Listen.
turn him in today?
I've hitchhiked in my life.
to happen to you.
And you know what? It's always a bit. You know what happened to me? I was hitchhiking in Arizona with a girl I knew, and these local guys picked us up, and they were into guns. They had guns, and they pull over on the side of the road, and they start firing off their guns into the cactus. You know, they shoot up the cactus, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't know from guns.
And
you
you're
know,
with this girl.
and I'm with this girl, and I'm like, and nothing inappropriate or weird happened, but I just remember feeling very unsafe. I mean, the situations we put ourselves in as kids, because we didn't know any better, it was a naivete, it was an
Yeah.
innocence.
But now you should know. Don't hitch.
Well, I think people
But
do
and
know.
if somebody does something like that to you, you call the cops.
But don't you come out of this all, Cindy, thinking, God, I didn't have a father who protected me. I didn't have a mother who really protected me. She might have been a nice
tried.
woman.
No,
Okay,
she
listen,
tried.
I'm not saying anything bad, but she really
was
wasn't
beating
there.
herself. No, she
That's
was
what I'm saying.
there.
And you didn't have a strong role model. Your
Well,
mother
she
didn't
tried
stand
to
up.
put us in a convent. She stood up to them all the time. She got her butt kicked. She put us in a convent for a while to protect us too.
Is your mom still alive?
Yeah, she was in all my videos, Howard.
What do I know?
Well, you should.
But
She
your
was-
dad
we had a
died,
lot
your
of-
biological father who abandoned you at 5.
He
and you
didn't
said
abandon
you
us, he
feel
left.
bad sometimes that you didn't sell out as a recording artist because you would have had a lot more money and you could have afforded at that time to pay for your father's hospital care. Right? You say that in the book.
Well, for all of them, just to take care of everybody.
Why would you want to take care of this man who left you when you were... I think that's beautiful. That you...
Howard.
What? Tell me. Explain it to me.
It's your father.
Your father who left you when you were 5.
He had a divorce. He left the house.
But why couldn't he visit you?
He
or
did visit
He did.
us.
Was he good to
Did
you?
he pay
Did you
child
read the
support?
book?
Yeah,
Wait
but
a
I'm saying,
minute.
did he protect you from?
He didn't know
That's what I'm talking about.
because it was never a good time to tell him. And
So he stayed in your life.
yeah, of course he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he
All
paid
right.
child support.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a lot, but you
Right.
know,
He
who knows
helped
back
out?
then. Yeah.
So you felt bad because if I had more money, I could have taken care of my father.
Well, yeah, my whole family.
I got the sense that you felt unprotected for some reason. When I look at
Well,
this
you know,
situation,
you with people who really can't take care, you know, protect themselves. It's an odd way, you know. I think I'm grateful that I was born into a situation that gave me great insight, because now when I sing or if I write about
you have real
something-
pain.
No, I have real understanding about what real people go through.
But I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
one-
can't just dismiss people as the 47%.
Yeah.
That's right. I agree with that. And it just seems the whole thing with men too. I mean, one boyfriend of yours gave you hepatitis. Again, right? Am I right?
They always came with gifts.
Yeah. Now, why do you laugh at that? I mean, it's one horrible story after another.
No, because I was in the hospital, right? And they
Right.
thought I had a dog disease because I worked in the pound. They thought because I cleaned up, you know, when you work in the pound, you
Right.
clean up the vomit and the
Right.
poop
Yeah, it's
and
not. It's
everything.
not fun.
Yeah, but it is because the dogs are so loving, and so they thought I had a rare dog disease. And then I heard a nurse talk to another nurse, and she said, "Well, what does she have?" And she said, "She's hepatitis." She said, "How did she get it?" And she said, "She had an affair." And I just felt to myself, all of a sudden, it was like an old movie. I had an affair. It was like Betty Davis. It
Right.
was-
Right. Like you were the Scarlet Letter.
Glamorous.
Like no one
No,
had ever
it
had an
was-
affair.
Well, I was a
Ay, ay,
kid.
Yeah. I mean, men are horrible. I read this
I
book, I
didn't
Hate
think
Men.
that.
What, one guy, I think it was the same guy, would tackle you and sit on your chest. And
No, different fella.
A different guy. Another winner. Another
A
winner.
friend. He would fart on my head. It was not
Oh,
so
my
good.
God.
And he'd say, now can you hear?
Oh, no, that was a boyfriend.
Yeah, a boyfriend.
Yeah, he just, poor thing.
He would say, poor thing. You think he's the poor thing.
Well, you know why? Because I got out and I was able to become who I was meant to become.
Do you ever Facebook these guys? And
No.
are you
Oh,
friends with them on
Why?
Facebook? I don't know. Just curiosity to see
Why
what
would
they
you
look like.
for that?
No.
I don't know. I mean, it's just horrible. The whole story is sad.
I didn't think it was so sad.
Well,
it's
it's
not
a
like
story of
Cindy
triumph.
Havisham. There's other things in there.
By the way, it's interesting, too, your take on the WWE. I would think that, like, Vince McMahon and his wife would be great friends of yours. But you were disgusted when Vince McMahon's wife ran for office, and you made an excellent point. You said, why would she run for office, a job that essentially is taking care of people, when wrestlers don't even have health insurance?
Well, they're not taken care of very well. But I mean, listen, it's an entertainment thing, and they hire them as independent contractors. But when you see them, some of them hobbling, and still their love for it, they love it so much.
They love the occupation. They love being entertainers. They love wrestling.
And they love wrestling.
Right.
And that's part, for me, is sad.
But you're negative about Vince and his wife, I guess.
Was I negative in the book?
No, but you have made the statement that,
I said,
it's
the
unusual.
whole the whatever, the senator
Running for Senate.
thing. Yeah, that's scary. But, listen, I understand the wrestling thing, but when you start to step out and want to run the state, that's frightening.
Well, yeah. So, getting back to this amazing career, time after time, an amazing story. I think that's one of the greatest songs ever, Time After Time. Anne Murray turned that song down.
No. You see, what happens to the facts? You didn't really read the
Give me
book.
the, well, I'm
I know, you're
sketchy.
busy.
What are you
Right.
doing,
Busy.
Howard? You're just making things
No.
up.
No,
No,
I'm not.
he's-
Come on. Cindy, what do I don't know
Robin, the
everything.
facts are
I'm a
changed
judge
to
on a
protect
talent
the
show.
ignorant. All right.
Right, go
No.
ahead. Yeah.
No, he
What
didn't.
are the facts of that?
The facts are, Time After Time was a song that was written for the She's So Unusual album, and True Colors was a song that was pitched to Anne Murray.
Right.
And it was kind of...
So I'm right. Go ahead
actually,
so far.
you said Time After Time
Oh,
was...
okay. I got the
yeah.
name of the song.
That's
I'm sorry.
pretty intense.
Well,
That's
come on.
pretty
Listen,
big.
I'm not living your life. You
That's a
can
big
correct me.
part.
No, that's
of
a
the
big,
story.
All right, go
big,
ahead.
big part that's
Right.
different.
Yes.
And True Colors had come, and my friend Gregory had passed away, and they were my very close friends. So at that age, when you have friends, you think you're gonna live forever, I guess, and be old and sipping mint juleps. Not that I like what that tastes like, but the idea of it at the Pink Hotel somewhere,
Right.
And it didn't happen. So we were very sad, and we had the funeral. I was doing the song, and all of a sudden I stripped the song down because it was pitched for Anne Murray, so it sounded like country western gospel. So I just was working with Peter Wood at the time. Did you ever know Peter?
No.
Well, anyway, he
I don't
was a
know anybody.
wonderful keyboard player at that time, and he played with Roger Waters, and anyway.
Right.
So I said, just make the chords that we use. So he kind of did different voicings, and I stripped it down and just sang with the keyboard. And then when I went back into the studio, Lenny was working with me, and I said, I just want the voice to be like when someone's driving in a car, you hear it in your ear like a whisper, and everything in the song has to call to your soul. So I put a drum sound that was kind of an archaic, like an old, sounded like an ancient drum,
Right.
call to the soul, and then kind of whisper in their ear, and it was a healing song. So I thought that would be the best way to heal people on a medium that does not have that kind of music on it ever.
Right.
And so, Girls Just Want to Have Fun kind of healed people too. And it didn't have that kind of sound on it ever either. So I took a chance, and of course the promotion guys are like, "Son, where's the music? Come on, you're killing me," you know.
Right.
But it couldn't take a lot of music, because once it did, when the lyric is that honest and deep and sentimental,
You strip it
can't-
down.
Yeah, you don't put more sentimentality on top of it or over sing it, because then it becomes sticky and cheesy and schmaltzy.
I feel a lot of music today is schmaltzy.
I think that's exactly what they're doing, yeah.
That's what they think that's what sells. They kind of undermine the people or underestimate the people.
But maybe it's because the singers aren't as good. Maybe they're
I
afraid to
don't know.
strip down. You know, when you strip down and take away some of that instrumentation and on the effects, suddenly it's all about the voice, you know.
Well, I thought it would be good. It would be an interesting, like, scientific experiment almost, you know, of seeing if you could talk to people's soul. And, you know, you listen to the radio all the time. Why not do a healing thing, something bigger than you? So I tried to make a song. I didn't write it, but I heard in the words something that was bigger.
How many records did you sell? Do you know the figure? I mean, do you keep track of that kind of thing?
No.
It must be an inordinate amount of records. I mean, huge.
No.
You don't know? You're not curious?
I don't know. I remember when they first came out, it was never good enough. I was never, you know, why aren't you more like Madonna? And I'm not. You know, I didn't want
Were
to
you
compete.
nervous about sales? Did you consider the business side of
Oh, my God,
things?
yeah, because it had everything to do with our home life. Because if I wasn't successful, that meant my fiancé was not successful. So
You
I
felt
had
that
to-
pressure. You were carrying everyone on your back, so to speak. I
A
mean,
little,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot of pressure to go through. That's
and that's
probably
a lot of pressure on a
a
relationship.
Yeah.
where you feel like, gee, is he here for me? Or if I screw this up, is everyone going to abandon me? Don't you think some
I
of that
didn't
goes
think
on?
about the abandonment thing.
Right.
I just felt about making people unhappy.
Is your favorite song that you do the True Colors?
Oh,
To me, that's my favorite one you do. You know,
really? I
Yeah.
like Sally's Pigeons. I like
I feel that is your most raw performance.
Oh, it's naked.
Yeah.
It's naked. I like the blues stuff too because it was different. I like everything. I don't like to do the same thing over and over, so I don't think about my favorite. It becomes your favorite as you know, I have a long career.
Yeah, but when you
so-
do a concert, there's
Yeah.
certain songs you have to do or the audience will walk away pissed.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't do that to them because
Right.
you need to celebrate. But whatever the style, like when I had all the old blues guys with me,
Right.
I did Girls Just Want to Have Fun in a kind of blues funky way because it was fun, really fun.
Right.
And True Colors, I had Charlie Musselwhite play harmonica. And I
Right.
would sing to that and play a little dulcimer too.
Do you work on your voice still? Do you take any kind of vocal? Did you ever take
Yeah,
vocal lessons? You did.
I still study
You still
with
do.
Katie.
Why do you do that? Because as you get older, you've got to be very careful of that instrument,
No,
right?
you know what? No, not because as you get older, because as you work more, you know, when you first start, everything's about your voice. So you go to your vocal lessons or you do your voice or you make sure you're not doing promotion and touring at the same time. Everything is about you're a singer.
But is it fatiguing worrying about your voice all the time? Do you constantly do you keep your voice at a very low tone?
No.
No, you can you go to a game and scream and yell and not worry your voice
I
is
don't
going
know
to
if
get wrecked?
I would want to scream and yell. I went back to Katie after a while because I did The Apprentice. I felt like it really messed up my voice. There was everything like environmental stuff that irritated my throat and too much talking.
But don't you
and-
think that's a little bit of lead singer disease? You know, they always talk about lead singer disease, LSD, lead singer disease.
What is that?
That the lead singers are neurotic about their voice. Of course they are. They've
Of
got
course,
to work.
that's all there is.
But I mean, you know, oh my God, when you say to a non-performer, oh, the environment, it's polluting my voice, it's changing my voice, I can't raise, I need a day of vocal rest, I need 2 days of vocal.
Yeah.
Everything revolves around that voice.
Isn't it great? But nowadays, it's not. It hasn't been like that. I have, unfortunately, all these things like I have to leave for Chicago tomorrow because I've been writing music for the musical Kinky Boots, and And so I write with my voice. And
You're writing that with Harvey Fierstein, right?
Harvey Fierstein wrote the book, and I'm writing the music, and Jerry Mitchell is the director. And now we have this amazing cast. It's
a brilliant story. I know about it.
Strange
Kinky
to
Boots.
I've seen that
be part
movie.
of
It's based on a movie. Yeah.
Kinky Boots is the
based
story
on
of a
real
guy who has
story.
a crappy
Yeah.
business. He's a shoe business. He's going out of business, and he figures out he's going to make shoes for transvestites so that they can have big, oversized shoes, sexy
Right.
heels and things. So it's
He
Kinky
finds
Boots.
a niche market
Right.
that's underserved.
Right. And it's fascinating. And so you wrote the music, and that's going to be a play that I guess eventually will make its way to Broadway, right?
It's going to be at the Hirschfield Theater, and I guess the previews are in March. And right now it's previewing in Chicago, and I'm going to go there tomorrow to still adjust the music. And, because we have these performers, like you write the song, but then you get these wonderful people who, it's like a dress. You can't just put on a dress. You got to have it fitted to you. So, Billy Porter is Lola, and Stark Sands is Charlie, and you have this wonderful supporting cast of people. I tell you.
Hey, will you be in the? You're in the show.
I'm not in.
You're
the
not
show.
at all in it at all.
I'm
You
writing
just wrote the music.
Yeah.
Big bucks in this kind of thing, or no?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You act like you don't know, but you
No,
know.
Are
you a wealthy woman? Are you a very wealthy woman?
No.
You are not. Why is that? You're a recognized name. You're a big star. You were in movies. You made music. You did it all. How are you not a wealthy woman?
Well, I never got the big deals that a lot of people got.
Who are we talking about? Like a Madonna type deal?
Well, no, like when they were doing those deals where they'd sign a person for multimedia, and I was never, like, no matter what. I
Really?
think my representation was really bad for a minute, for a while.
But when you had all these when you were top in the charts, don't you go out on tour and then sock it in? Isn't that the plan?
I thought I was, but I wouldn't I wouldn't sell out, and I wouldn't, like, invest in things that I thought was wrecking the rainforest, and I didn't want.
What do you mean you wouldn't sell out? You mean you wouldn't?
Well, like, in the beginning, Howard, you didn't accept any kind of sponsorship from a corporation.
Right.
Because if you did, that was kind of...
It wasn't cool.
Yeah. And right after me, everyone sold out.
Went corporate.
Well, the Stones, I remember, then started taking...
corporate.
They went
Everyone went
corporate.
corporate.
Very corporate. Corporations started sponsoring a lot of tours. You're right.
Yeah. And then so I said, okay, well, what about if we go to Kodak and ask Kodak if they'd sponsor the True Colors tour, because the song True Colors and all the color we use.
Ties in.
And they said no. And then afterwards, when my tour was over, they went to Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly and asked them to use the song, and they must have heard me sing it live because they sang it a cappella.
Right.
So they got a little kid to sing it a cappella live for them, for their commercial.
And you didn't get it?
No.
Hey, vey.
No, it was like little things like that all the time. And yeah, does my son say, Ma, what happened?
Does your son understand who you are? How old is your son now?
Oh, he understands. He's 15. He's in the reality show with me and David.
When he,
That's kind of...
Is it hard on your ego when the kid starts in with you? Yeah, I mean, come on, you're a big star.
Can I tell you something? You
Yeah.
have kids.
Of course.
Yeah.
No.
Do you, when you walk in the house with your kids, you leave that
You
big
turn it
star
off.
shit outside.
That's right. You try to. You hope it doesn't get involved, because
Howard
then you're a
doesn't.
disaster. Kids, your big star is home.
I know. You try and forget. The dog doesn't care, I'll tell you that.
Are
much.
you you're really gonna do the reality show thing with
I
your
did
husband? You
it.
did it. And
We're still filming a little.
why open yourself up to that?
I had liked Mark Burnett's People, and I didn't.
After The Apprentice, you liked it.
No, I had signed with him before The Apprentice.
Oh, really?
I had gone
I'm
to
surprised you
him-
did The Apprentice.
Well, because I did it for the True Colors Fund, and it was able to fund the Give a Damn campaign.
Okay.
And I think I helped a lot of people with the Give a Damn campaign with the help of the people that worked with me. But we worked hard to try and help people. But
Was it a positive experience doing The Apprentice? Or did you hate most of the people?
I didn't hate the people, no. I really
You don't get
liked-
along with a lot of people, true? Didn't you meet Bruce Springsteen at some point in your career and it went horribly?
I love
But didn't it go
Springsteen.
terribly? Wasn't the story that you
I went to a horrible Seder.
you went to a Seder?
It wasn't
A showbiz
just-
Seder.
Yeah, that was bad.
And what happened? Bruce was there.
No, all these people were at this table, and it was so awful. They were the people I could never. I didn't even want to talk. Because what was I going to say?
Wait
There's
a
nobody
second.
to talk to.
Back up. You were invited to Walter Yetnikoff's house.
Yeah, no.
Was it not at Walter's?
No,
Where
it
was it?
at this restaurant where they had all these tables and everybody was gonna, what they call it, mishbucha? What does that mean?
Family.
Yeah, so everybody was gonna be mishbucha, and we were all supposed to sit there. It was Easter Sunday, and we eating stuff. I don't know.
Now,
The
why were you
pancakes
uncomfortable?
Were good. The potato
if Bruce
pancakes were good.
Springsteen is there,
He wasn't sitting with me, hon.
all right, but he's in the room.
He comes in. I went up to him and his new wife at the time.
Julianne
obviously,
Phillips.
That wasn't going good.
Right.
And I said, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are here. It was really rough. I'm sitting at that table. I couldn't talk to anybody, and the women only talk when they're spoken to, and when they do talk, they only talk. They're so fearful. They only talk about their husbands. There's nothing to say to anybody. There's Pia Isadora and her husband who does the female wrestling and thanks me. And you ever watch his show? All he does is the crotch shots. I was like, I can't even, you can't imagine. And she turned around and looked at me. She said, I know what you mean. And then Bruce looked at me and gave me a dirty look. And I'm thinking in my heart sank and broke in a million pieces because I remember Rosalita and making beds when I was a housekeeper.
You thought you had a
singing.
soulmate in Bruce and he would understand you.
And he looked at me like that, and I'm thinking, E2, Bruce? And then,
E2, Bruce.
he's actually...
So in other
I
words,
had met him a time before, and he was really nice. That's why it was so surprising.
in other words, you felt Bruce, out of all the people in the room, would understand the awkwardness and the tension in the room for
He's
you.
a rocker.
And yet he looked at you like, how
He
dare
left you out
you?
there.
Yeah.
He left you out there. He was
Yeah.
like, this woman, I don't know what the fuck she's talking
Yeah,
about.
then I felt like E2, Bruce.
Yeah.
And then, I became...
Maybe Bruce thought you were being disrespectful. You should get into the spirit of the thing, try to have some fun, and not
Tell
turn
you
everything
something,
into
Howard.
drama.
There's some really fabulous Seders, and that
Right.
wasn't one of them.
Was Bruce wearing a yarmulke?
No.
He was not.
He's in a leather jacket. He
How
was
dare
dressed
he.
as a rocker.
But he was acting
He
corporate.
was playing
I don't
Seder.
know. He was strange, but
You will never work with Jessica Simpson again. After you worked with her on the Divas special, you were...
so you watch Bravo, huh?
Well, come on. Why not? What happened there with Jessica Simpson?
No, she's all right. She's, she's got
She's
her
not
own
your
little
type
world.
of person.
She's not my type of talent either.
Did you get along with everyone on The Apprentice show?
I tried.
You didn't, did you?
I love Sharon.
When are you going to learn to play with others? You
I
left
did.
Sharon Osbourne.
I love her.
Well, she's terrific.
And they didn't even afford her. They'd be talking about our business like we weren't there and we didn't know about our business. We knew more about our business than those guys dreamt about.
Because a lot of times men who run the business don't
No,
like to
these
hear...
were women.
Other women?
I wanted to be friends with this one of them because her hair was so awesome.
No.
And the more I tried, the
You
more
don't
it
connect well
wasn't.
with some people. And listen, that's
Listen, I
that's
tried.
life.
No.
I don't connect so well with
Howard,
people
you're
either.
High
out
school
there. You're out
never
there.
stops. When you
Yeah.
think
Right.
outside the box, it ain't just your clothes. Because I tried to fit in.
Did kids make fun of you in high school?
In high school, a little bit, yeah.
Why, you dressed differently? Were
no,
you original?
I just, at one point, I checked out.
You checked out.
I couldn't take it. I hated it.
When you were doing your topless dancing, why did you choose the name Carrot?
Carrot Top.
Carrot
Because
Top.
my hair was red.
I see.
And it didn't matter. You just made up any old name.
I wish I could have seen you topless dance. I would have been honored.
Of course. Don't you have a table at Scores?
I don't have a table of scores, but I'm going to get one very soon. Is it true Annie Leibovitz did a nude photo shoot with you? Where is that? Where can I look that up on the internet?
Oh, I got all of them.
You have them all.
But I don't
never
know where
released
they
it.
are now.
Is that
because-
true? Annie says to you, "Hey, Cindy."
No, I said because I wanted to make art, and she was such an artist.
She is.
And I thought we can make art, like John and Yoko. I wanted to make art,
Right.
and that didn't.
What happened? You hated the pictures?
No, I didn't. Yeah, it was kind of dopey. She wasn't at her best. And then we did the True Colors album.
Right.
And that was beautiful.
But the nude thing was an
That was
attempt.
nude.
And so you said to her, Annie, I want these pictures. You give them
Give
to
me
me.
those.
And
No,
she-
the record company, the people at the record company just gave them to me.
They did. Because they owned them.
Yeah.
That was nice. Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, you got
Yes?
those under your
Yeah,
control.
because who the hell, you can't use them for anything.
I want to see those. I want to see what happened when you try to make art. I have a feeling it was too pornographic.
No, it wasn't.
No? Why didn't you like them? You just didn't like the way your body looked?
Yeah, they weren't, it was okay. It wasn't great.
There was no art.
Well, it was trying, but we didn't make.
they
we
didn't achieve art.
Yeah, they didn't
they,
get there.
made an attempt.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bob Dylan, when you met him,
I love Bob Dylan.
I thought you were.
but-
I kind of got the vibe maybe you were disappointed because he said to you, "You're not one of those bra burners, are you?"
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, card carrying. But I said, listen, I said, being a woman, I would think I got to be concerned. If I'm not concerned about my civil liberties, who else will be? And he turned around and said, yeah. And I'm thinking, I didn't say
What a
anything.
conversation.
I didn't. Well, you know why? It was one of, listen, if you think that I got tortured because in your heyday, when you first become famous, everybody's really nice, phony, not phony.
Right.
And then later on, they like to give you the old,
Knife in the back.
knife in the back. And then, everybody goes through it. And maybe they were treating Dylan in those days not like he should have been treated.
But isn't it amazing when you meet some of because you're in the position you're in and you're a
Don't
great artist.
meet 'em.
But isn't
Don't
it
meet your
amazing? Yeah,
heroes,
right.
yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Isn't it amazing when you finally meet your heroes? They're just people. And do you ever say to yourself, how could that guy have written those songs? He's not
Yeah.
that deep, and he doesn't
they're
seem to have
disappointing.
simpatico.
Yeah.
He is deep. The problem was when he was growing up, the civil rights movement did not include women. He did not understand that women also needed to be free. And people today still think, well, what's wrong? They got everything. Yeah, you can't get paid the same. There's a glass ceiling. You have to know your place.
But don't you find it amazing that some of the guys who have written some of the greatest love songs and beautiful, insightful lyrics are usually sometimes big assholes, right?
Well, sometimes they were born in the wrong generation.
Is that it? But how can they
You're
be
very
so
forgiving.
How
No,
could they
but
be? But Cindy,
Robin-
how could they be so evolved?
They're not.
But how do they come up with those brilliant lyrics if they don't?
Because sometimes the best part of people is in their work. Like Picasso.
Right.
He was a real
He
shit.
was horrible.
He was a
yeah.
shit.
He was
Picasso?
a shit.
God.
He
Yes.
was awful to women.
Was he? How do I know that?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Don't you know
Oh, my
your history?
God.
Cindy, look
You
at me.
gotta
Do I
know
look like
your
I know history?
history.
I read comic books my entire life.
But Howard,
what
you're
history do I
talking
know?
to all these people. You gotta know.
People aren't interested in
He never
Picasso.
talked to
They want to hear
Picasso.
dick jokes. You know that.
Okay.
You
What
would
can
have
I tell
loved
you?
Picasso.
All right. So buy my book, but there's no jokes like that.
All right. So you love. All right. Let's leave it at
But
that.
you should have read the book.
Cindy, listen. I just got in today. I'm going to get the book.
So
Now
go
I'm
on.
interested.
I did write you a little inscription.
Did you write the book yourself, or did you use a co-writer?
Well, when it says Cyndi Lauper and Jancy Dunn, what do
Okay.
you think?
How involved was Jancy? What was the process? You
well, I didn't want her to. They said, "Well, you'll have a ghostwriter." I said, "The woman's not dead."
She's not a ghost.
So I don't like to take credit for somebody else's work. That
Right.
ain't my thing.
No, of
So
course
did
not.
you talk it and
Yeah,
she wrote it?
we
Yeah.
did interviews.
Right.
And then when I read it, I realized, oh my God, some of the stuff
Very
she
honest
took,
book.
some of the stuff she took from stuff I had been writing, and a lot of it was interviews. And then I realized, the one thing you didn't tell her, which you said you were never going to say, you may as well explain why you're the way you are. So I wrote about my childhood a little bit, just to give.
You wrote about it a lot.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 chapters. Well,
That's right.
yeah, I wrote that so that people would understand when they said about girls just want to have fun.
Was there a moment when they were vetting the book that they took something out that you wanted in that they took out?
Well, I think my editor was really sensitive. Amy, she was really sensitive about a lot of things.
You
like-
mean, in other words, she felt that you had gone too far?
No.
What? So what did she feel?
No, she was editing stuff, but I said, listen, if you're going to edit stuff, you have to have all this other stuff so that it's not just a tell-all book. You don't want to make a tell-all book.
No. You want to
wanna
have
make
some
something-
insight.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's get to some interesting things here. Cindy's Sally Pigeons and Springsteen's. I see. Oh, what is this?
What?
Cindy, Sally Pigeons, and what is this?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. Cindy Lauper's book, A Memoir, is in stores now.
Yes.
That's it? A memoir.
That's a mark.
Yeah, I didn't want to call it like, a title of a song. I thought that'd be really corny. And
See Cindy, well, don't see her, but the musical Kinky Boots will be something that she wrote, the music.
yeah.
Previewing-
yeah, I had partners with that too, with the music.
Harvey Firestein.
No, he didn't write the music.
He
I
wrote
had
the book,
partners
Howard.
in the music.
Well, that's what I'm
like-
saying, but he's also your partner in the play. I mean,
Yes,
he wrote the play.
is.
Yeah.
He's the one that I did it because of him.
Right. And usually when he's involved, the thing's a hit, right?
Well, he's a wonderful storyteller.
The show is called Kinky Boots. For tickets, you go to kinkybootsthemusical.com.
Right.
And look for Cindy's reality show, Still So Unusual.
Yeah, I just made him change it to Still So Unusual because I figured beat him to the punch. I
You
don't
are
know.
unusual. You are. You're quirky.
A little
But
quirky.
that's what makes
Yeah.
you interesting and creative.
The reality show, did they come up with shtick for you to do, or do you none of that?
I have a busy life, Howard, so I just tell them, come with me.
And you don't turn off the cameras when things get intense? If you have an argument with your husband, David, or you have a...
David is the easiest.
You never argue with him.
Oh, I do, but
Will
it's
the
not
arguments
about,
be on the show?
I don't know. There's no arguments.
Cindy, we want the real thing.
Oh, you do have the real thing.
That's right.
so-
Look for Cindy's reality show, Still So Unusual, on We TV.
We Women's Entertainment.
Everything women.
Not really.
No?
No, that show, the show has a lot of, like, David and Deck just appeared a little bit, and then the network went crazy and said, "Oh my God,"
Well, we see great things, like weird things, like where you're hitting your kid with a hanger or something like that. Is there anything? Will we see that?
Well, I did the Kentucky Derby, and unfortunately, I dropped the F-bomb, which
Oh,
you
you
could
did?
see on YouTube. Well, they didn't tell me it was a live mic,
Oh my God!
and they kept doing, how these parades are.
Shame on you.
Yeah,
The
and my
F word.
son then,
Oh.
the F-bomb.
Oh,
my
look at
son
you.
turned around and said, "Mom, Dad always says, if you don't curse when it's not important, you won't curse when it is important not to."
Your husband's a great guy. I know him. I like him very much.
He said to say hello.
Please say hello to him for me. And I look forward to seeing this reality show. I want to see what you're up to at home.
Well, it's not really, but it follows me at work.
Will there be nudity?
Oh, no, there's not.
He's back in the
Howard.
clubs.
Have you met President Obama? You sound like you're a huge supporter of his. Have you met him?
I met him once, when he was signing the hate crimes amendment.
I see. So you are personal friends with the president?
No,
Good for
I
you.
said to him, I heard you open for Gaga. And he looked at me and he said, "What are you doing here? Why aren't you singing?" And he
Right.
said, "Oh, he was very sweet."
Did he invite you to a Seder?
No.
No, all right.
Listen, my friend Howard Kaplan had a Seder, and it was a dress-up Seder.
Right.
And it was awesome. I went as the child. I wore a schoolgirl uniform, and I brought my ukulele, and I sang Kumbaya / Let My People Go. And my friend Chris Tanner, who's a performance artist, he went as the Pharaoh and sang The Jews Belong to Me. There was a lot of Moseses there.
Wow, it sounds
Well,
very...
every Seder's not like
and
that.
they
That's
were
a very
reading from
unusual.
the Bible. We ate potato latkes and we read from the Bible, and there was other food, but it wasn't as good as the potatoes.
I see.
No.
By the way, I didn't even bring up that you accused Bruce Springsteen of stealing the loop of one of your songs. True or false?
That's
What?
okay.
Okay.
I didn't accuse
All
me. This is what happened. I went on a photo shoot, and Patty was there, his wife,
Patty, yes.
and I had just been working on Hatful of Stars, and it was like a folk song or a soft song with a loop under it.
Right.
And Patty I was playing it so I could take a photo shoot that would look like how the album sounded. And she looked at me and she said, Sin, she commented on the loop and everything. And then a couple months later, Philadelphia was out and it had a loop. And it was at a time where not a lot of people were using the loops.
Did you consider a lawsuit?
Why would you do a lawsuit?
I don't know.
Everybody, listen, at that time, people were using loops, but it was just a weird coincidence.
Well, you might have influenced them.
It's fine.
Listen, Cindy's book is filled with horror stories.
It was still a good... It's not. It has funny things.
I didn't even bring up the worst stuff.
But what about the funny stuff?
Worst thing in there?
I know it is.
Your band member who assaulted you with a dildo.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Some of these people should be in jail, I got a feeling, after this book.
If you don't call the cops right away...
But Cindy...
It's hearsay. That's what I was told.
It's depressing.
Yeah, but there's other things. At least
I understand. And I admire you for putting it in there. I honestly do.
Well, what do you want me not to say anything?
No, I admire this. But it's sad. It's a sad life.
But it had some great stuff, too.
Robin, imagine you're in a band.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Cindy trying to do? She's trying to be successful. She's trying to work with musicians.
Make everybody successful, right?
They hold her down and they're assaulting her with sex toys.
Me?
I mean, against her will. I mean,
it wasn't just a guy; it was two women.
Two women with the guy.
Which is like God telling you it's not just men.
What did you think of that? I mean, what do you say to somebody after they do something? Were they doing it like?
I said, why?
And what did they say?
Oh, she wanted to make him happy.
She wanted to make her boyfriend happy. So, in other words, he wanted to see you guys get it on.
Who knows? I don't know.
Maron.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But there was never any. You never got back at any of these people.
Do you keep playing with them?
No, I did at the time because I thought it was a way they would. It was a power struggle, and I wasn't going to give up singing just because this happened. And so I stayed and made a plan of how I would. I knew it would take me 8 to 10 years.
Wow.
To be successful.
But you never got the dildo and then clobbered them.
I almost did, and then I dropped it.
Give me their names. I'll fix them with that dildo.
Can I tell you what happened?
What?
In the end,
yeah,
I became successful.
So what?
They did not.
Yeah,
no,
so
it's not so what? That's amazing.
No, it is amazing that you became, but I don't like that these people go unpunished. I mean, this is outrageous what would happen to you. Life
punishes you.
Yeah, look at my face.
Yeah.
You want to see punishment?
It doesn't. It teaches you.
I mean, good Lord.
You gotta, and honestly, I put it in there because, when you go on auditions, if you want to go, don't go alone.
No, and also it's very inspiring that you kept going on. I mean, other people might have stopped.
When people tell me life was too hard, bullshit. You're going to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda person. You don't want to be beaten down by things.
Have you ever confronted your stepfather, the guy who...
I don't even want to... I don't talk about him.
You want me to confront him?
No.
Or,
you know what?
I'll protect you.
I'm sure he's old and decrepit.
Who even knows if he's alive?
Right, now you can handle him.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you're a kid, it's different.
Right.
You are something else, baby. You are something else.
I'm tough.
You are a tough broad.
You're an inspiration.
Yeah.
But, that's why I wrote that, so that other people who, if we all shared our stories, then, I grew up in a time where there was women consciousness raising. So you listen to other women's stories and you learn from them.
I find a lot of women aren't supportive of other women. I mean...
That happens, and that's what happened at The Apprentice, which really made me upset because,
it shows you
sisterhood is powerful.
Shows you things haven't changed, even on a dopey fucking reality show.
Lot of
you
women
see true colors. That's what true
wait a
colors.
Minute, Howard.
That's what true colors, Robin, is about.
Well, the thing is that. Well, see now, but the thing is, Howard, women are raised in
a society
that they take on the same learning.
That's right, Robin.
That men have about
I taught
women.
Robin that.
And you get that reaction. So now stop it.
Look at you. Meanwhile, you look good. That's what's most important. Remember that.
Oh, thank you.
Goddamn right. All right, look, Cindy, you've entered enough.
Have I?
Yes.
But there's some funny things in the book.
Well, no one wants to hear that. We like the more salacious stuff.
It's more Cindy.
We'd rather hear about Cindy being assaulted than laughing. Well, there's a lot of other stories in there, like Cindy posing nude for a college art class, but we'll get to that another time.
Wow.
I was the first streaker in my college.
I believe
Female
it.
streaker.
You must have some body you're busy showing it off to everybody.
She wants to
when
take off her
you're
clothes all
young,
the
it doesn't
time.
matter.
You're
You
constantly nude in the book. I mean, I mean, really.
Naked.
Keep your clothes on. Well, good for you. You're a lot of fun, I'll tell you that.
just- All right.
Right. And the book is called A Memoir. Cindy Lauper's book is called A Memoir.
Well,
It's
it is.
It's essentially a memoir.
What do you mean, essentially? It is a memoir, you silly.
Are there pictures in the book?
Yeah, tons
Any
of them.
nudes?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Well, one that's very,
The Annie Leibovitz pictures should have been in there. Would have sold 1 billion copies. He's sitting on Easy Street right now, honey. All right, look.
Well, did you look at the book?
I refuse to look at the book. Why would I ever read a book?
But it has
I
nice
might learn
pictures.
something. Of course, I'm
Howard.
going to read the book.
No, it has nice pictures.
It does good. All right. Well, listen, I'm sure if you're involved, there's good pictures. Cindy, I love you.
I love you too, Howard.
I'm sorry some of your life has been so hard.
Howard.
And I want to
I
say
know,
something now.
There's good and there's bad, but there's
Sure it
still
is.
a lot of good.
I haven't
Everything
found it
that
yet.
happened to her made her who she is today.
That's right. And that's why
At least you're pretty. Look at my face. Imagine what life was like for me.
Did they tease you a lot?
Tease me.
You were taller.
I was
weren't you?
beaten senselessly
Could you be
They ran
beaten
him
if
by,
you were tall?
by women, the very women you defend.
Really?
Yes, I was beaten up by women.
Oh, that's
What
too
women?
bad.
Yeah.
I
Imagine
don't
getting
know.
that.
He's
What, Robin? You know, in
Like
my
gangs
neighborhood,
of women beat him
girls,
up.
not gangs, one-on-one.
it ain't right.
And it's not right. It's emasculating. And look, I want to say something to Bruce Springsteen if he's listening.
He is a great talent.
Bruce,
and,
when
know,
you're at a
he
Seder-
has
excuse me.
children now. He has daughters.
Bruce, when you're at a Seder, put on a yarmulke, for God's sakes. And if Cindy's having a hard time,
Help her out.
help her out. Don't abandon her. She's trying to relate to you, artist. But I'm going to tell you this.
He's a nice guy.
I heard Bruce Springsteen is very fun at Sukkot, which is a very...
What is that?
That's where you go in a 3-walled hut, and there's fruit on top, and Bruce comes to life in a
That's
Sukkot.
his.
What do you mean?
It's a
That's
religious
his
holiday.
holiday.
That's his holiday. He's not big on Seders.
Really?
If you went to a Sukkot with
Well, I
him
don't know if
at
I
Walter
like that.
Yetnikov's house, you would have a really good
he
time.
has that? Oh.
Right. Look, there's a lot
Is
of things.
anything that's like a Catholic thing there?
No, Bruce.
mean, I'm
Bruce
recovering
Bruce is
anyway.
Jewish. He's a Steen. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, but he's also Italian.
That's true. I don't believe that.
Is he Jewish?
I don't know.
He's Italian Jew.
Yeah, that's right. There's many other stories I couldn't get to in Cindy's book.
That's why you
Even
leave
more
them
horrible,
wanting,
more
and
horrible stories.
They go
Please,
out and
Cindy,
look for the book.
Some terrible things in there. I felt that you had an abortion. We didn't
When
even
I
talk-
was a kid, yeah.
I felt bad.
I wouldn't have got pregnant if I thought I'd get pregnant. They said I couldn't get pregnant.
Did you ever?
Who said you couldn't
Who said
get
you couldn't
pregnant?
get pregnant?
Well, you know, when you go for all the examinations and doctors, you have this, and it's not going to be easy to get pregnant.
What country did you go to a doctor?
Yeah,
The
really.
doctor sounds terrible.
70s.
Yeah. And he told you couldn't get pregnant. You got pregnant.
Yeah.
Do you have nightmares about that? Because I know you would probably
I wanted that kid, but, it didn't happen.
wasn't the right time. I don't think.
No.
Whose baby was it?
It was Richie's.
Richie?
My boyfriend at the time, who was in the band, and
Oh, yeah,
he didn't want to have a kid. So what are you
Did
gonna
he
do?
know? Did you
Have a
insult
kid?
him?
Yeah.
You did.
What do you want to have a kid with somebody you don't want to have a kid?
No.
I don't want to have another person that doesn't feel wanted.
Let me tell you something. A couple of people I know should have had abortions. They're terrible parents. All right, listen.
I don't know if I'm a great parent. I'm trying.
I think you're a great parent. From what I hear, I asked David about you.
David's wonderful.
He says you're okay as a parent. All right, look.
You're okay.
All right,
You're just
Cindy,
making it up. You're riffing right
I'm
now.
riffing,
Yeah,
David.
you're riffing.
We're flying, man.
Well,
Look.
it's always good to see you, too.
It's good seeing you.
I'm sorry you felt it was sad. I thought I put enough funny stuff
No,
in
you're
there.
a triumph. Your life is a triumph. You're a wonderful artist. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you.
And God bless you.
Gosh, I hope you like this music. There's some stuff in there that I think
We'll see.
we really got good. I'm writing with that guy, Sammy James, from Mooney Suzuki.
And he didn't tackle you. He didn't sit on your head.
No,
He
he's
didn't,
younger
Nice
than
guy,
me. He's a
nice
good
Nice,
kid.
nice guy.
He's a good kid.
All right, thank God, because that could be the second book.
No!
All right, Cindy Lauper's book, A Memoir, is in stores now. We got to take a break. Then I'll do a little news with Robin. And
All right.
And then that's the end of my day. All right, we'll
right.
be back right after these words.
Cindy, I just want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Could you do me a favor?
Surely.
Put the camera
Bring it up a little bit?
Yeah, it's much more attractive.
A better angle for it? Okay.
Thank you.
When you were talking about your childhood and some of the difficulties you went through, and you said it's always a good story as long as you live through it.
Yeah.
That's a really amazing perspective to have on something when you're going through all these tough times. Where do you draw all that positivity from?
I don't know if I'm positive all the time, but when you're in it, you know, I don't know. I'm Italian. I'm Sicilian.
But you're able to look back on like really, really tough times and say that and mean it.
You know what? You must never let a no or an obstacle really stop you if you want to do something. Depends on how stubborn you want to be about it. You want to do something, you always find your way around the brick wall. There is always a way around. There are many ways to skin a cat, and you always have to remember that. And that's what I try and tell my kid, and that's what I try and tell other younger artists coming up.
That's a really cool message. Best of luck with your memoir.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you again.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Medicated Pete decides to get a toupee. Will the procedure go as planned? And most of all, what will Howard think?
So what's with Medicated Pete's toupee?
It's interesting looking.
What's your problem?
Testing, 1, 2.
Baba Boo.
Yeah.
Hey-oh, yeah.
I came up with the idea of getting a hairpiece when I was thinking about bettering myself with the ladies. Having a hairpiece would give me more confidence and just more self-esteem.
My name is Karan. I own Hair Enhancement Studios. I'm currently located inside of the Cactus Hair Salon. I've been doing hair replacement for over 30 years. I originally met Pete back in January. I had been working with Benji and Elisa with their hair and makeup.
I first met Karan at a Benji Elisa's show, and we got to talking about hair pieces and everything.
He was relentless. He was like, really, you know, can I have your number? I really want to find out about hair.
It so happens that I have this appointment now to get this hair done, so it's pretty interesting. When I was heading out to the Cactus Salon and Spa, I was pretty nervous, pretty anxious at the same time. I was really looking forward to doing this.
Hi,
how are you?
You must be Pete, right?
I'm Pete.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sam. Come with me and I'll bring you down to Karan.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
You excited?
Nervous though.
A little nervous, don't be nervous.
Yeah.
You'll do good.
When I first walked in, I saw Karan's assistant, Samantha. I couldn't take my eyes off her the whole time. I was just really taken aback by her.
Sam brings Pete down to our private area of the salon where we do the hair replacement, and her job is to fill out a medical history form with all the clients.
Do you have any allergies? I'm just going to go down the line. If you have them, let me know. Lanolin, bacitracin ointment.
No.
PABA.
I don't know what that is, but
Yeah.
no.
All right, I don't think you have it. Right?
No.
Lidocaine?
What is it?
Lidocaine?
I don't know.
Latex rubber or sheepskin?
No. 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 Almost like flirting to a point, and it was kind of cool, and I did have wood. I definitely did.
Are you taking any medications that would affect your blood pressure, like Viagra or Cialis? Is that a no?
Not Viagra, but
Cialis.
I'm fine there, you know.
Okay.
I don't need, you know. My answer was no because I'm full of stamina.
Are you concerned with having your hair fall off during exercising, swimming, or sex?
Definitely during sex. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a big concern of mine, you know.
You don't want that hair falling off.
But you know, we'll see. When Samantha was done, she took me into the room with Karan, and at that point we had the actual consultation then. Hey, what's up, Karan? How you doing?
Good, that's everything.
Good to see
you. Come on in, have a seat.
Sure.
This is
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Oh, man.
All right, cool. All right, Pete. So I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
During the consultation, I had to ask Pete what he's looking for in terms of the look of his new hair.
Do you like the length that you have over here right now?
A little longer.
You want longer than that?
Or,
how long do you want?
A little more spikier.
Spikier. Yeah, you want to have like a, yeah, absolutely. You want like a spiky look. Like, to me, the hair, just look in the mirror for a sec. The hair that you have here is a good length. That's a good, like, about a good inch and a quarter, okay? So if you had that all the way into the front area here, it would be like you had spiky hair. Here you have nice density, so we don't even have to really do anything with this. We would just be blending this area to go in with back here.
When Pete came in for his consultation, I tried other hair replacements on him so that he could see what he would look like with the hair and also how it felt on his head.
All the pieces, when they come in, they're very long. See how long this is?
Yeah.
They all come in like this. Reason being it's so that I can cut it in to design it to the person, custom design it to your own existing hair.
The hair pieces that I did try on were mainly for fun, but she did want to show me, like, what I would look like with a full head of hair.
Again, this is not made for you, okay? So if you could do me a favor, just hold.
Fantastic.
These pieces are used like, you know, movies, and, you know, you see somebody who's bald, and obviously you see them in the movie theater and they have, like, you know, great head of hair. Do you see how natural that looks?
It does look natural. I'm just like where that's gonna fall off too, you know?
It'll never fall off. We'll go over attachments, okay? Definitely. Well, are you into like rough sex and stuff like that? Because, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So, then you gotta worry. Okay?
I'm a menace in bed, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The fact that Pete could joke with me during the process of the consultation and the measuring made me feel really good that he was comfortable with me and what he was about to embark on.
Yeah, there you go. That's like the typical rocker guy, right? Grunge, right? Yeah, right, exactly. You look more like Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. I just have to fix a little bit. I might have to blow you. Is that okay?
Let me whip it off. Let me whip it down.
I'm just kidding.
Come on, feel enough. Sam, what do you think?
I love it. You look like you're like from Wayne's World.
Hot?
Oh, definitely hot.
Hot?
Definitely hot.
Would you do me with this?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know how my boyfriend would like that.
All right. She broke my heart in 8,000 pieces by saying that she had a boyfriend, and that was a little very disheartening.
Towards the end of the consultation, I had instructed Pete exactly what would be happening when he came back for his installation appointment.
As far as the pieces that we've gone over and I've talked about to you and everything, there are different ways to attach them. So that's what we're going to discuss next, okay? For you, what I would recommend is I have a medical adhesive. It's built into like a a tape formation, and you would come to me for service like once a month or so. As your hair grows, you need a haircut, that type of thing. Yeah. And it gets attached onto the piece, and then I attach it onto you. And you could swim, scuba dive, shower every day, you can go to the gym. Everything you normally do in your life, you can do with it.
Right now I'm feeling a little nervousness and just want to have it go well. Have everything go well.
So how about I measure? You're all set? You think we're good to go and everything? You have any other questions?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
In order to make a proper hair replacement for a client, what I have to do is make a mold.
Just look straight ahead in the mirror, okay? And I'm just gonna do this to you, okay? Not gonna suffocate you or anything, okay? And then what I need you to do, okay, is to hold these two, to hold those two pieces right there, nice and tight. Okay, you got that?
Then what I do is I take a Sharpie and I mark out the area where I actually want the hair to be.
Everyone's used to looking at you with this look to begin with, so you don't want to go too far from what you look like now. So you want a receded hairline. So
you do?
You do, yes. It looks more natural that way.
Okay. I've never had saran wrap tied around my head before, so it's pretty. I was like, whoa, what's this?
And I'm just going to ask you, Sam, just to hand these to me, okay? Thank you.
Wow, what a look.
Right?
What a look.
At the end, I take the mold off and I cut it into the shape that the Sharpie had outlined for me. And basically, that's exactly what I send to my manufacturer with the hair samples, and they make for me.
Karan had to cut samples for my hair. And I was like, oh my God, this is the last thing I need is to lose more hair. So I'm like, what are you doing?
Is this closer to your natural color? Or, I mean, like, what color are your pubic hairs? Are they like this color or are they this color? Because usually that's a good match.
Do like your, you know.
Do like this? Yeah. I mean, if you're not sure.
You want me to whip it off and show you?
Yeah, well, we'll see, okay?
Okay. All right, yeah. My package is pretty big.
So. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. That's another. See, now you're going to have great hair, big package.
Great hair and great package,
You're good to go, right?
1-2 punch, you know what I'm saying?
Upon completion of the consultation, Pete felt totally confident and comfortable with the whole process. He totally understood exactly where we were going with this and how he was going to look. So generally, day one is consultation. And then the second visit, the client comes back to get the actual hair replacement installed. In Pete's case, we needed to expedite everything, so it was only a couple of days later.
That second day when I walked into the salon, I felt very anxious about getting the hair piece.
So you're all excited for today?
A little nervous.
Nervous?
A little nervous,
what are your concerns?
Well, I just wanted to look right, you know?
Yeah.
I just wanted to look good. Just look as natural.
Look natural, absolutely. I promise you it's going to look natural. What I'm going to do to start is I'm going to blindfold you. Okay. Because I just have to do a little preliminary myself just to check, everything's good. The base looks good and the color and everything. And then we'll get started after that, okay? You're going to look like the Frito Bandito over here, okay?
We played a little joke on him. Before I showed him the actual hair replacement, I put a fake hair replacement on him.
This is pretty much what you're going to look like, okay? Just to give you an idea. Cool. All right, so check it out. How's that look? Wow, it looks really good. I just have to cut the bangs, and that's it. Right?
Interesting.
I think that looks really natural. What do you think?
It does. It does, actually. Yeah, that's cool.
Right? Absolutely, yeah. You got bangs now. You haven't had bangs, right? You still have your receded hairline?
That is awesome.
He actually liked it. It was funny because it's a little sample that I use for color sample. And he actually liked the way he looked in it. It was very funny.
All you need to attach it is Scotch tape. Do you have Scotch tape at home? If not, I could get you some Scotch tape, okay? I'll hook you up.
Okay.
All my customers go home with Scotch tape. It's my gift. So basically, that's it. Just cut the bangs. It looks natural, right?
Yeah, it does.
Let's go, Pete. It's a joke. It's not. It's not the real piece. So if you like this, you're gonna love what you're gonna get. Okay?
I don't know what the hell I was getting into. I was like,
Scotch tape.
Is this it? Scotch tape?
So once we were done with our little prank, I showed Pete his real hair.
Obviously the hair's too long, I have to cut that down.
Gotta cut it.
Yeah, we'll go through that whole process. So I'm gonna attach it like here, cut it in, and spike it.
That is funny.
Pete's piece was completely custom made. It was not something sitting on a shelf. It was not something out of a box. I sent the measurements to my manufacturer, and they literally took a piece of lace, cut it into the shape of the mold, and hand tied each hair individually into the piece for me.
I was first a little nervous about the length of it. And then once she told me how she was going to cut it down to fit my head, I was a little more at ease.
Yeah, so I'm just going to wash it quick now, okay? And then I'm going to put my medical adhesive on, attach it, and then we'll get started with cutting, okay? It's important to wash the hair all in one direction so it doesn't tangle and knot up.
Then what I do is I take the medical adhesive, apply it to the back of the hair replacement, and then place it onto the client.
So I'm putting this medical adhesive on it so that it stays on all the time. You don't have to worry about it falling off in the shower or during intimate moments or anything like that.
Hopefully
okay? Anybody
moments.
pulling in and tugging on it, it'll stay on, okay?
Yeah.
When it is ready to come off, it'll get loose. You'll feel it kind of getting loose a little bit because your hair is growing underneath it. So you'll need to come back to me to do that. And I have special remover, so to speak, to take it off of you. And then I wash you, I cut you, I blow you, and then I put it back on.
Should blow me.
Nice. Blow dry, I should say.
Love it.
Exactly.
Love it.
Put you back together, and then you're on your way. And that can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, Pete, so I'm just going to ask that you look straight ahead, keep your hands under the cape without touching yourself, and just, okay, like that, that's great. Okay, just as of right now, just look straight in the mirror, okay? Okay, and now just look at my finger, okay? And then follow me with your nose, okay? Very good. Just put your head up a little bit. Perfect, and just stay right there. Thank you very much. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay. Again, I just want to reiterate the base. Okay, it's a medical adhesive on the base. All right, so it's designed to stay for a month. Okay, and then I'm just going to place it where your natural hairline would be. Okay, and then
Actually putting it on.
Yep.
Okay. Karan, throughout the whole process, made me feel at ease, letting me know that it was going to go as smooth as possible.
Now just look straight ahead in the mirror, please. Okay, and I do my little test, which I call my Mickey Mouse ears. I just go like that to make sure that it's even, which it is. Okay? And look, even if you were to leave your hair long, which we're not, okay?
Like this.
Like this. Look how natural. I mean, it just looks like it's growing out of your head. Right? Isn't that amazing? Once I cut it in and spike it, it's going to look even better.
When the hair replacement comes in, the client is always apprehensive as to what it's going to look like. Because it's a lot of hair, it always looks darker, it always looks curlier, straighter. It always looks the opposite of what they think they want and what they're going to get.
I noticed it's a little darker back here.
Well, this is the thing. The hair that I made you is not going with your hair back here. It's blending with the hair up here.
With the hair in the front.
This is now your front hair, which you did not have.
Okay.
This is your crown, okay?
Okay.
And heading into the back of your head. It needs to blend with this hair and your temples and your sides.
Okay.
That's what it needs to blend with.
My concerns were how it was going to look, how it was going to look on my head, what color it was going to be, if it was going to be, if I was going to be able to spike it up or not. So, there were concerns there.
The hair will come down here, okay?
That's crazy.
So you could slick it back, you could spike it up. Anything you would do with your own natural hair, you would do with this hair, okay?
That's crazy.
Great, so now we'll start cutting, okay?
Yep.
When I cut in a hair replacement, basically what I do is I start in the front and I cut the hairline. The hairline is the most important part of a hair replacement. It's done with a razor, it's done with thinning shears. It's a technique that I've perfected over the 30 years of my being in business. Then what I do is I take it in sections and cut around the perimeter of the piece to blend with Pete's hair. All along taking into consideration the type of look he wants. He wants the spiky look.
Now I'm just here cutting it and it's getting shorter. I feel more at ease the way it's gonna look in the end, the way that I want it to look like.
overall, I was very, very happy with the way everything came out. It looked great.
When I first saw Pete walk through the door to the Stern compound, I thought, what does a twitching guy with Tourette's and a lot of weird mannerisms need? A fake hairpiece that doesn't match the natural color of his hair. That'll learn him.
What's up, man?
Hey, Gary.
Good to see you, dude. What's happening?
How you been?
Good. You look good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
See you.
Good to see you.
He's telling me how he's somewhat disappointed he hasn't gotten pussy in the first week. So give it time.
I'm getting a little excited.
You didn't get it in the first 40 years. Can you wait another week?
Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah. I'm feeling adrenaline rush. My adrenaline's pumping. I'm getting real anxious and nervous to go in front of a national audience to show my hair.
He was fidgeting with his little buttons and snaps on his wrists, so he definitely had some anxiety.
So what's with Medicated Pete's toupee?
It's interesting looking.
I got to see this thing. Bring him in here. Oh, wow. You know what?
Oh, no.
He walked in and he sat on the couch, and for the first time he was able to look me in the eye. He had like a cocky attitude or something. Dude, you totally are looking at me like in the eye, like you're all confident now with the hair.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted.
You know, he is kind of attractive with hair.
Yeah, look at him. You're falling for him. What, did you read 50 Shades of Grey and get yourself worked up?
So I'm sitting in the green room, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, they come and get me. Gary comes and gets me and brings me in, which I totally did not expect.
Hey, Karan, how you doing?
Good morning. Of course, I'm really excited and really happy, but at the same time, really like apprehensive. Like, okay, now he's going to say how bad he really thinks, the hair looks.
Why does the color not match his? Like, he has a different color on top of his head than he does on the side.
Was that by design?
Yeah, did you want two-tone hair?
His hair that he had there, his very soft vellus hair, baby hair, was that color.
I see.
And his hair, as it goes back, the new hair graduates into his own hair, so it actually gets darker as it goes back. When you look at him, though, you don't want to see a dark
I thought
hairline.
it was that we didn't pay enough.
I was just too caught up in the moment, too anxious to even hear what he had to say about it. But generally, he did like it. It did get a good response from him.
Look good, man.
Hey, how you doing?
You look good.
I got that.
He's trying to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Trying to do something different. Does it look really messed up now? I mean,
the front looks good, but right in the middle, you got a big bald spot.
Right here?
Well, that's because of the headphones.
Up here.
No, keep going back.
Up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me see. Bend down.
Up here. Oh.
Yeah, it's got to get fixed.
You got to work on that.
Like I said, his hair was like blonde all in
good,
here.
though.
But what
Thanks,
I'm doing fall is
You feel more confident.
I've been trying
It looks good.
something different, something that I just wanted to look into. So.
If you didn't tell me anything, I don't think I would have even noticed that he looked any different. I don't think it made that big a difference. So when I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I think if he changed his shirt, he'd get the same reaction.
I think Howard liked it, right? He didn't,
Sounds like he did.
Yeah, definitely, right? He didn't hate it.
No.
So that's good, right?
Yeah.
I know it was really important to Pete that everybody here at Howard really liked his hair. So he went around to everyone at the office, and overall, everyone liked it.
You seem like you just have more excitement and energy, and you have good eye contact going.
Yeah.
You're like all over the place. Seriously, I'm being serious. His confidence is clearly up. He's looking people in the eye. He's standing taller, even though he's so diminutive. He's carrying himself a little bit differently. So overall, I think it's a good idea for Pete to do what he did with the hairpiece.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
Oh, that's sweet, bro.
You look nervous.
No, I just don't want to hurt it or anything. It's like spiked up, a little blonde.
That's rug in my head now.
No, it looks good, man.
I don't think it's going to help him get laid. I don't see more pussy in his future with that thing on his head.
Looks good. You look younger. You definitely look younger.
I was first looking head on, and his head was down, so all I saw was that blonde tuft, and I didn't think it looked bad. And then he turned his head, and I saw the rest of his hair, which was a completely different color, was not attached to the tuft in the front, and it didn't look so great. But you know what? I like Pete a lot, and if it gives Pete a little bit of confidence, I'm okay with it.
I touch it. Is it good? You like it? Oh, look like somebody got caught in the
butt in his head. What is
Thanks, Pete. I
somebody cut his cut off.
You got it, man. All right. Good. You like the new look?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The new dough.
The new dough?
The new dough. I just got a new hair transplant this past week.
You're acting weird. You gotta go.
Oh, we voted on you. It took 2 seconds.
Hey, Richard,
Leave Richard's busy. See you later. New dude. What is he talking about, Richard?
I don't want to say anything bad because Karan was really nice, and so I'm going to just say it looks great. It looked really good.
Fuck. What are you doing back here? What do you want?
Richard.
Richard's busy. We're cutting stuff up. We're working. What do you want?
Yeah. You like it? You like the dough?
Time for you to go. I don't know what you're talking about.
You like the dough?
Yeah. What's that? You know what I like to do? I like to shut the door.
I would say before this, considering that Pete kind of looks like an emaciated Sting on crack with HIV, the hair made him look like an emaciated crack-headed Sting with HIV with hair.
You like the new hairstyle?
Good luck, buddy.
Interesting, huh?
No, but yeah, there's a lot of you that's interesting. The hair is just the start.
Pete looks like an idiot. There you go. Done. That's it. That's all I need to say.
Hey, how you doing?
Amanda,
You like the hairstyle?
Yeah,
Like
we
you.
talked about it. That's great.
And finally, Will had me hit on one of the female interns.
So, the reason why I know it's not
That's not good. I am single with Bill. So, what? Want to have a chat later on? And do it?
I'm actually taken, but thank you for the offer.
All right.
I would give him a fair chance and go out on a date with him if I were single and I were not in love with my boyfriend, and if he had asked again. And you know what? Why not?
They just don't know what they're missing, Big penis, big personality, chicks love the penis, and they love a big dick.
I think it's going to go really well. Robin's concern was the maintenance, and that is a major part of it. Because looking good now is, inevitable, but later on, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, so hopefully he'll be able to maintain it. I'm going to keep on top of him and instruct him what to do. And even though we'll have like a long distance relationship, we'll try to maintain it as best we can.
Pete, listen, don't fuck with me. You better come in and get your service, okay? I'm gonna hook you up. I don't care how many fucking trains you gotta take, okay, to get to me. But you better come for service, and you better be looking good. Otherwise, I'm gonna hunt you down and rip the thing off your fucking head.
I promise I will maintain this look. I mean, I really want to keep it going, and to maintain this look. And next time you see me, you'll see a new, improved, medicated Pete. Hey, you like my hair, girls? I mean, come on over. This is fucking sick. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I've been living long for this. You love it? I mean, come and get me. Come and get me. Would you like some fucking roses, my love? I have some fucking roses right here, my love. I should come get some of this, my love, you know what I mean? I should fuck you, Fuck you, my love. What's up, man? Yo, fucking sick show in the back, man. Fucking rocking, man. 20,000 fucking people, dude. Just fucked up and like coked out and shit. And fucking rocking on, dudes. I mean, we're going all out, man. We're going all out. Come and get some of these.
Oh, lovely, lovely, beautiful, beautiful.
You look like when they put E.T. in a wig. All right, that's good, man.
John Lieberman is here with some headlines. He's got a breaking story about a new feud that's broken out here on the show.
Really?
This is a feud between...
John Lieberman was hired because he's Jewish.
Who's the new... John looking at Sour Shoes. Something to look at, isn't it?
How you doing, Sour?
Good morning, John.
I spent a day with Sour.
That was
I know,
great.
you were at his house, and you said his room is like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, his room resembles my 5-year-old's room. There's Hot Wheels cars, there's G.I. Joe figures, there's animated shows on the TV. I mean, what cartoons? You were watching cartoons.
He can't be a brony. No, don't tell
Are you a
me.
brony?
That was actually the cartoon I'm helping create, Ming the Minibus.
I'm
What?
part of a cartoon called Ming the Minibus.
Oh, yeah? I don't care.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
he was-
Anyway,
he
so
was
John,
watching
what is
that.
his story?
So we have a few breaking.
Give it to it.
We have a few breaking stories, Howard.
Yeah.
The first is this new feud that you just referred to. The relationship between Jason Kaplan and J.D. Harmeyer has deteriorated.
Yeah, I think I have some tape on this. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, yeah, here's J.D. and Jason fighting. J.D. now is in a feud with Jason. Think about that.
I guess some guys just, want to just pump up their Twitter. Hold on, is this Jason's passive-aggressive way to try and make sure he's seen as the best employee ever around here? You heard what he had to say. I'm not going to disagree with him. I am the best employee around.
By the way, what's wrong with a guy trying to prove he's the best employee around here?
It's not a proofing. It's actually doing a good job.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. It started when Jason voiced his displeasure that the Block Party guys tweeted out photos of the weekend's events instead of sending them to Jason for howardstern.com.
Yeah, well, they don't give a fuck. This show doesn't do anything for them. Jason's right. Jason's the only motherfucker around here who cares. Ronnie, send it to howardstern.com if you got a picture. We're the fuckers who are putting you on the map. You too, Shuli.
I didn't send any out, Howard.
Who did it? Ronnie?
No, we are.
And what's wrong with Jason pointing that out? I commend you. Well, he is the fucking best employee around here.
No. It's not just that.
What? What's wrong with him being a good employee?
No, it's not that. He's making it seem like I don't give a fuck about the show when
You don't?
I do. Yes, I do.
Why did you...
Howard, can I help out a little bit?
Go ahead.
Jason's big complaint is that the Block Party goes away and they tweet and they send out all these pictures, but specifically...
Well, I guess Twitter employs them, and they're trying to build up Twitter.
But specifically with JD, he's like, hey, you get to go out on the Block Party because of the show, yet you come back and you won't tell us who you fuck.
Well, I get that, but I'm just saying, with the pictures, I don't get that.
The pictures, and this has been a long time. Like, I've tried setting up Dropbox accounts with these guys. I've talked to them. Hold on. Why are you going to interrupt me? I'm sitting there talking. No. No. Okay, fine. No. No, go ahead, talk. No.
In all fairness, it's funnier when JD talks. JD, oh, wait, sorry, what? What'd you say?
JD is very articulate when he's fighting with Jason. I have 45-second sound bites from yesterday where JD doesn't say once. Well, he is very upset about this.
Let me just say something, not just for JD's ears, for everyone around here. Being a good employee is a good thing.
Yeah.
Jason's sitting at home saying, hey, why don't you send that to howardstern.com instead of Twitter? Like, who do you work for? Tell me, Howard Stern or Twitter?
I work for you, but there's two things.
So does Twitter ever pay you?
No, but there's two.
All you care about is your Twitter followers and getting verified.
No.
Cancel your fucking Twitter. Every guy here should cancel his Twitter account.
If you want me to cancel, I'll cancel.
Good.
I don't care. Okay, fine. You cancel your douchebag.
He's not the problem. You are.
Yeah, you're the problem.
All right, tell me why what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying. What's your defense?
There's two things.
Okay.
First, instead of being...
What? He didn't even get one thing out.
What did you just say?
It's hard to be around Jason at work
Why?
Because
when else are you around it?
He's tried asking you nicely to.
No. He didn't ask me at all. That's the problem.
That's not true.
That's so not true. He went over to John Lieberman and did the story in front of me, voicing this displeasure.
He's never said to you,
rather than coming up to me beforehand and say, "Hey, would you mind send me the pictures?"
Does JD have a point?
Hold on. Second of all, in the past, before this weekend, in the past, I'm not like the block party photographer guy or whatever.
But okay.
But I've told.
Did he ask you in advance to send it to HowardStern.com?
No.
I will address both points that JD brought up.
Not my pictures.
I will address both points. First of all, I did the story with John Lieberman as I was sitting at my desk. I didn't go find John anywhere. JD was sitting next to me. I didn't go. I was sitting at my desk doing the story.
Coincidence.
Before JD left for the trip, I stopped by his office and I said, "Hey man, if you take any good pictures, send them my way." And I say that to him every single time they go on the trip. And by the way, I didn't single.
Is he lying?
No, I don't remember him coming up to me.
I absolutely did, and I have in the past before. And I did not single JD out.
And it's not just you.
Yeah, I didn't single JD out in that art. If you listen to that, I just said in general, like I was sitting at home this weekend and I see Ronnie's got great tweets going out and all these awesome pictures.
Forget tweets. I had tweets. HowardStern.com.
But I don't know why. So I was just venting. I was venting to the news. I admit it. I was venting my frustration.
If you got good content, put it on Howard Stern.
And then, but the bigger story here is that JD's not angry about this because what happened was he just started unloading on John Lieberman about things I didn't even know he was angry at me about.
Now you're deflecting. Hold on. Let me get the one thing at a time. Don't worry. We'll get the geek time.
And by the way,
soon enough.
it's okay if he is a good employee.
Yeah.
He happens to be.
But
he's one of my go-to guys.
I know Howard, and I know I respect him as a good employee.
I love him.
But when he's trying to make other people who bust their ass for this job, make it seem like they're not good employees.
All he did was say to you a couple of times already.
He did not. He did not.
I have, and by the way, again,
and I'm not even saying he can't use my pictures. I would give them up to Howard Stern
so now
or whatever.
Do you get
no
the
problem.
point? Does everyone get the point?
Yes, but
who do you work for?
I work for you.
Who?
You know that.
Who's you?
You, Howard Stern.
Okay,
Howard
that's
Stern.
all I want to know. Do you work for Twitter?
I wouldn't even go out on the block. I don't even need the block. I don't care about the block party. I love you, Shirley. But this is fine. I will just do this.
It's fine if you go out, but if Jason gives you the word, hey, you send the pictures to HowardStern.com, do it.
I do. I have. Yeah. And in the past, I've told the other people that do the regular photography for the block party.
All right.
This has very little
to send them to Jason.
This has very little to do with the block party, though.
You.
This has to do with a personal feud.
Yes.
What is the feud?
It's all coming from JD.
Why, JD? Why do you not like Jason?
I heard it was a bad time for me to hear because I had not slept much. But I heard.
Why haven't you slept much?
Because I flew from Los Angeles into here and came straight to work.
I don't need this block party.
Yeah, way to come to work exhausted.
End the block
Jason,
party.
I did my fucking work still, asshole.
Yeah, but you said
my work.
You said you're half awake doing it. You're not giving 100%.
All right. I'm done.
Where are you going?
Oh, my goodness.
I can't deal with this fucking guy.
He's basically saying to you, you're probably too tired for work.
No,
you just said
I was fine. I was fine for work. I just, if I was...
You said he's not making that up. You said you were too tired.
I know, but he got me at a time
when you're
where
tired, you can't be working on full force.
Yeah, no, I was fine with work. It's voicing certain opinions about other things I should keep my mouth on.
Look,
because
I like that Jason lets me know that you're too tired for work. I do. I like it. And you can call him a kiss ass, you call him a suck balls, but he's the kind of guy. He's my go-to guy.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't want to be in a feud with him at all.
Then why did you? All right, then don't be in a feud with me. Say you're sorry and wind it.
Are you better when you get full sleep?
I don't know.
No? You don't know if you're better?
Yes. Are you
a better worker?
No, I try and be as good as worker as I can whenever.
My job
sleep or not
comes
sleep.
first. This radio show
comes
first.
I know.
Even though America's Got Talent, I only work on it when I'm off from here.
I know. You don't. I know.
I was asleep at 9 o'clock Sunday night. What time's your plane land?
What?
That's a good question. What time did your plane land on?
3 o'clock.
Yeah. Then why are you so tired?
Well, part of the problem.
I got here straight from the fucking airport.
Jet lagged.
Well, no, Howard.
I got here straight from the airport, douchebag.
JD did come straight from the airport. Part of the problem was the reason why JD was more tired was because JD prefers to fly on Virgin Airlines.
No, I flew JetBlue this time.
Will you let me finish, please?
What is going on around here?
JD JD has asked the block party organizers to please book him on Virgin Airlines because it's better for his sinuses. So he didn't get a Virgin Airlines flight this time. So he did not have a good flight.
What do you mean?
Which is why he was more tired.
See, this is Jason over laughing because to get some more attention. Oh yeah, I'm the only one who finds this funny.
Virgin finds.
No, you're over laughing because this is your MO.
Virgin Airlines is better for your sinuses?
Yeah, it tends to be, yeah. But I flew JetBlue. I flew JetBlue this time, and it was fine. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. Come here.
What?
You bumming out?
Yes, because I'm dealing with him.
Look at me.
What'd I do?
Who loves you?
Who
loves
do.
you? Right.
And I love you too. I love the show.
All right, so
but I don't like dealing with Jason.
Jason's making you a better employee?
No, he's not.
What are you going to do with the pictures now?
I won't tweet any more pictures.
Don't be sleepy. Don't be sleepy. And take your pictures and send them to him, and he'll distribute them.
That's fine.
All right. There it is.
Good to go.
What are you fighting about? The guy's making sense. You're just upset that he's right.
Whatever. I don't like him. Never mind.
You laugh at everything. He's laughing too. Both you two idiots laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm having a good time.
You're mad at him because he's having a good time laughing? You laugh at everything.
I'm not laughing.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Thank you.
You were wrong this time.
I apologize to HowardStern.com for providing the content first there.
And considering I run HowardStern.com, I accept your apology on behalf of the entire staff, which is me.
All right.
But JD, you think that Jason is much too condescending. You're not the only person who said that, but you've said that.
Yeah, I do.
That could be a little condescending. That's true.
Little.
But yesterday, I don't know. I was doing a news story with John, and you blow up, and then I go home. I'm listening to the news stories. He's not even yelling at me about the block. By the time I get home, it's past me being a kiss ass. Now he's screaming about Geek Time and how I book guests on Geek Time. I'm like, he clearly has a lot of issues with me that came out with this blow up. But
does seem you do.
Jason away from work is a lot different from here at work. So
I don't think that's true.
Well, sorry, it is.
That's
all
righty
then.
All right, John, you've uncovered another feud. Howard 100 News, right on target again. It's disturbing.
But listen, we all come out better people for this, JD. JD, we're going to be a better employee.
You're a better person.
Thank you.
Jason, carry on. Nothing wrong with what you said that I can see.
Thank you, sir.
All right, get back to work. There he goes. Jason, Employee of the Month. Good work, John. Jesus, you can cover everything around here.
Jason.
Yes.
How much of what just transpired in that studio is genuine disappointment for JD's picture taking and failure to communicate with you? And how much of that is just trying to get a rise out of one of your coworkers?
So we're dealing with two different things. The story I did on the news yesterday that angered JD so much was not about getting a rise out of JD. It was about me venting my frustration at the block party, all of whom I've asked for pictures before. I've sent up Dropbox accounts for. Shuli's usually the best at it, but it's always like a day late. And then this weekend, I was watching. He tweeted great pictures this weekend. There was a lot of cool stuff coming out, and then you hear Howard open up the show with it for 2 hours yesterday. I had no pictures. It just, so I vented to the news. So that's part one. But everything in the studio right now is just to get under JD's skin because he's clearly furiously angry at me for. You'll have to go find out for your own reasons what that is, and at this point it's just funny. I mean, we're on the radio sitting there goofing on him. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, I was totally trying to get a rise out of him today. Why wouldn't I?
You even got Howard on your side. You even got Howard to pile on a little bit.
I didn't get Howard to do anything. Howard knows I'm right. Listen, I told my news story. The reason JD reacted so harshly to it is because he knew I was right, and Howard backed it up on the air. I just sat there and agreed with everything Howard said.
You seem genuinely dejected. Is that because of Howard siding with Jason? Or just the way the whole segment played out?
Probably just everything overall. I really don't want to be involved with Jason, period, and I really wish I hadn't said anything because you can't win. You just can't win.
guys?
Hello, good morning.
Looking good, man.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here. You know, when you feel good and you're happy, you look good.
It emanates from you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, right this way, sir.
Hi, nice to see
JD
you.
was wrong, Jason was right.
So what brings you back today, man? What are you promoting?
Well, I always love coming to chat with Howard for no reason, but I'm in New York and I'm here for at least a little bit longer. I'm doing a musical, which is really exciting. And not just gay people are into musicals, women and some straight dudes too. Yes, there are some straight dudes that like musical theater. Maybe Howard